comment what you think. Which one would you have, the blue or the, what is it, satin silver? Satin silver? Satin grey. It looks a little bit like a satin olive under these green lights. Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars of London, fresh from Dubai. I've come down to North London because I got invited to see the new Aston Martin DBX right around the corner with the legends at R44 Performance. You remember when I had the M2 competition, they kitted that car out with all of the carbon fibre to make it probably the meanest looking car I have ever owned. They've just moved into their new unit and it is absolutely huge. We've got an incredible lineup of cars. I can see Reese back there with a customer because there is an M2 competition at the back that has just had a full carbon kit put on the car. So I'm going to get Reese in, but first, let's have a look at Archie's M4 competition because this is the first time that I've seen the car. He's had it for near enough, 10 months? And here it is. It is the most aggressive looking M4 competition I have seen. So I can't really say anything bad about it. Archie, you have built a phenomenal car with the help of the legends at R44 Performance. These guys have absolutely smashed the G Series because behind it we've got Reese's M3 competition and a whole bunch of interesting cars back here as well. I'm going to go and find Reese. I have no idea where he's gone. But we've got a Supra, an RS3. There's the M2 back there, and I've heard that this M4 is going to be a bit different.
After that video, we placed an order for another M4 to do what we're doing right now, is strip it apart and not have too many worries about it. Because if we do that with the M3, we kind of lose all the content and the enjoyment from it.
True, because this car has been on a journey. Yeah. From the moment I came to collect it with you.
Yeah. And then a week later it's modified, and then a week later it's on a track day. And yeah, it's done, a lot of miles.
And you love it?
I love it, yeah, it's really good fun. I do love that car behind you, but we can look at that in a slight moment.
The new Supra.
Yeah.
You know I've never driven one of these.
Really?
Never driven one. Mate. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around because there is a reason why I'm down here, because myself and Reese obviously communicate on, I would say, a weekly basis, even since the BMW M2 competition. And well, I am carless. Yeah. You have cars here. Yeah. And we had the conversation and Reese was like, well, why don't you just come and have one? Come and have one. Well, obviously, I'm down here because who would say no to a Supra? Who would say no to a G Series M4 competition?
M4, you can have anything,
Well, I can't because that's a customer car.
That's true. You don't want one of those. We've done that.
I have done that, yeah. This is what I would say a prime example of a car that is supposed to look like this from the factory.
Yeah. I think this is like a really good example of just OEM plus.
Yeah.
It's not like we've done too much, but we've done enough to make you just think, that's actually a cool looking car.
Yeah, so it's got a carbon kit, lowered spacers. Look at this back. Look at this lip.
Yeah, it's clean. Like you see a lot of Supras with big wings, but we've just kept it really OEM plus.
So that it looks
as it should.
Well, I'll leave it there. Onwards to the Aston Martin DBX. Now, if you remember when I went to the Aston Martin DBX launch, I brought you the behind the scenes raw view of me seeing the car for the first time, and I've turned up to the studios here. All I have been told is where to go and which door to walk through. But right there is the reception where I'm going to walk through and see the new Aston Martin DBX for the first time, and then I'm hopefully going to meet up with an Aston Martin representative who's going to talk me through the car because I have no idea on what to expect and have no information on the details of the car. So follow me and let's check this out. Look at this production. We are getting ready for the virtual launch of the Aston Martin that you can see through here. It is pitch black. There's behind the scenes going on all over the place. They're doing a little bit of filming in that corner, and I've been told to walk through the door that I've just walked through, and I am greeted, I'm a little bit out of breath, by DBX 707. I'm going to assume that that is the brake horsepower, or PS 707, or is it the Nürburgring lap time? Oh my god, look at this thing. I saw so many DBXs in California. I saw different specs. The United States is a huge market for Aston Martin, and here we have a hardcore performance-driven DBX. Not that the original DBX wasn't performance-driven, but it was a beautiful and elegant DBX. This is absolutely monstrous, and I can tell you right now, they are taking everything, the fight, the boxing match, whatever you want to call it, to the Lamborghini Urus, the RSQA, and everything else, because oh my god, I saw the silhouette blacked out on the Aston Martin social media, and they teased this massive rear diffuser. Look at it. Oh my god, the dimensions on this car are something else. And Aston Martin, I love what they create, because they always absolutely nail the design, but the DBX was such a beautiful car, and the shape of it was so unique, and this is accentuated that shape even more. The side profile is just ridiculous, and I've already made a beeline to this satin paint finish, because that blue one over there is nice, but this is much more up my taste. And let's have a look at the front, the largest ever grille on any Aston Martin. Right, I've found Simon from Aston Martin, who is going to talk us through this beautiful machine. Seeing as this is the first time that I've seen it.
Thank you for coming, not a problem. Lovely to show it to you, happy to help.
I've got so many questions about it. Can you quickly start by telling me, I suppose, the top line impressive stats that make this that much more aggressive than the standard DBX?
Yeah, so DBX 707, what we like to say is the ultimate, the most powerful luxury SUV in the world. Clearly has some big numbers behind it. Key to that is really 707 horsepower, 900 newton meters of torque, pulling that power down onto the road through a wet plate clutch transmission, the first in the luxury SUV sector, propelling the car capable of 0 to 62 miles an hour in 3.3 seconds, and onto an amazing top speed of 193 miles an hour, or 310 kilometers an hour.
I mean, sounds like you've done this before. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I mean, can you talk me through what makes this different as a driving experience from that of someone who's experienced the DBX?
I think that's a really good question, actually, because first of all, let's start with almost what we haven't changed, and that's the basic fundamental architecture of the car, that platform. It's ours, it only belongs to Aston Martin. We don't borrow it from anyone else, we don't share it with anyone else. It is unique to the DBX. Almost 92 H points or hard points that help determine those key points of the car. It's ours, and it gives us the perfect foundation from which to work on. Clearly then, we start with the engine. We're uprating the turbos, we're uprating the engine management system. That's giving us that 707 horsepower. But we could stop there, but we don't. We need to make sure that we upgrade the rest of the car as well to, as you say, deliver that amazing driving experience. And as our marketing says, to give the driver, to put them in that ultimate seat of power. So uprating the suspension system, we're uprating the E-diff. Clearly we're running now carbon ceramic brakes as standard. They alone give us a 40 kilo weight saving.
Wow.
The car has been retuned, all about managing that power, putting that 707 horsepower down onto the road, making the car quick, not just in a straight line, but also quick through the corners. We've revised the e-arc system, we've revised the electronic power assisted steering system as well. Every system has been retuned to help deliver that driving experience and put that 707 horsepower down onto the road and let the customer enjoy it.
Is 707 to do with the PS, or is it a slight hint of what the Nürburgring lap time is going to be?
Let's just stick to PS for now, and then let's wait for the snow to clear at the Nürburgring.
Simon, thank you so much for showing me around this car, and thank you to Aston Martin for giving me a sneak peek and definitely a behind the scenes. Look at this. This is going to be a truly amazing production. Now, actually, when this video goes live, you would have already seen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn the camera around because this is the first look and an exclusive look at the Aston Martin DBX 707. What a machine. When we see different specs and them on the road wearing number plates, this is going to be a hard car to beat in terms of if you want an SUV. I don't know where else you're going to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please like this video, comment what you think. Which one would you have, the blue or the, what is it, satin silver? Satin silver? Satin grey. But it looks a little bit like a satin olive under these green lights, but I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.